Good morning, my AP darlings. Uh, it's your boy, Mr. Mathis, keeping it formal here during the quarantine. And I just want to do a little bit more of an intro to The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde, which we will be really digging into for real this week. So hopefully you've already kind of gotten into the idea of irony and satire and kind of what those things are and how authors use different literary devices to achieve those sorts of things. Specifically, we talked about, or you read about, hyperbole, understatement, juxtaposition, lots of those things that are in the textbook in the 700s, somewhere in those pages. Um, Before we get into the text a lot, I just kind of want to set your sights on a couple of major themes that happen throughout the play. And these are not unique, obviously, to the importance of being earnest. They are themes that happen in many things, including things that we have read together already so far. So the two basic things that I want to talk about are, one, appearance versus reality. The way things seem to be versus the way things actually are. And how do you deal with that? For Wilde, often it's just kind of a big joke and nothing really matters. But it has been much more serious in different texts that we have read. For example, in Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster appeared to be a monster, appeared to be an absolute menace. But in reality, he was just a person looking for connection and those basic things that humans really want. In Heart of Darkness, you have colonialism appearing as though it is good ostensibly. At least that's what they tried to make it appear. But in reality, it was just this horrible, rapacious theft of goods and resources from Africa. Hamlet, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, Of Mice and Men, all of these different texts have dealt with that in a significant way. So be thinking about that as you are reading this. Additionally, I want to think about style versus substance. And this is similar to appearance versus reality, but it's not exactly the same. So style, by which I mean, how much it's flashy, how cool it is, how good it looks. Substance versus what is actually there, what is actually being given to you. In a person, it could be, is a person's personality really great, but they are not giving it in the most amazing way. They're kind of they seem like a wet sock, but it's very substantive. Or do they have this big flashy personality that seems like it's so cool, but when you really dig underneath the surface, there's not much there. They might seem like a paper mache Mephistopheles, if you will. So those are the two kind of directions that I want you to focus on throughout our reading of the play. As we read, we will also be reading some poetry, to be practicing that, and we will really continue a lot with AP Classroom and doing the free response questions especially. I don't know what the test looks like yet, so we can only continue preparing the way that we have been, and yeah, it'll be good. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Check on the Google Classroom, and thank you very much.